八世界新闻网的网民，大家好，我是记者信怡。今天是总统选举提名日，我现在就在位于人民协会总部的提名中心。今天早上大概10点左右呢，3名准候选人和他们的团队呢，就分别抵达提名中心，呈交他们的提名表格和资格证书。这3名准候选人呢，分别是66岁的前国务资政尚达曼，75岁的政府投资公司前首席投资官黄国松，还有75岁的直总英康前总裁陈钦亮。那在我背后呢，可以看到有许多媒体记者呢，都已经在等待这个选举官呢公布提名结果。我们现在就一起来看看这里的现场情况。好，现场可以看到有许多媒体记者哦，这里是媒体区。那我们都在等待呢，选举官大概在中午12点半的时候公布这个提名结果哦。那在我前方可以看到有3个布告板呢。那刚刚这个选举局的官员们呢，就在大概上午11点40分左右呢，将这些3名准候选人的提名表格呢张贴在这个布告板上。最右边的这个布告板上张贴的是这个黄国松的提名表格，中间的是陈钦亮的提名表格，左边这里的是尚达曼的提名表格。然后有碍于这个个人信息保护法令呢，我们是没有办法让你近距离看到这个提名表格上的资料的。然后镜头现在可以看到的是这个提名处哦。那刚刚3名准候选人和他们的团队呢，在大概上午11点的时候呢，就从支持者区走进来，然后进入这个提名大厅，提交他们的提名文件和资格证书。他们所需要提交的这些表格呢，包括了这个提名表格、候选人合格证书、族群证书和政治捐款证书等等。有意参选的人呢，必须由提名人附4名赞成者的陪同下抵达这个提名中心的。那现在来跟大家简单介绍一下这个提名程序哦。准候选人将他们的提名表格提交给选举官之后呢，选举官如果发现他们的表格有误或是有遗漏的部分呢，是可以提醒他们在12点的截止时间之前改正哦。那竞争对手呢，也可以在布告板上呢，就是检查其他准候选人的这个表格，看他们是否有任何反对。如果他们做出反对的话呢，选举官是可以选择接受或者是不接受的。如果选举官接受的话呢，这个提名程序就会继续；如果不接受的话呢，这个提名表格就会作废。到目前为止呢，我们是没有看到有选举官有做出任何反对的这个行动的。那刚刚在中午12点的时候呢，我们也看到选举局的官员呢，在每个准候选人的这个表格上贴上他们个人的竞选标志啊。尚达曼的竞选标志是一颗黄梨，陈钦亮的 则是4个人捧着一个像花朵的标志哦，黄国松的呢则是一个手掌，中间有一颗心。现在是下午12点32分了，我们都在等待选举官呢走出这个提名大厅，然后走向这个支持者区域去宣布这个提名结果的。如果今天只有一个人成功被提名的话呢，这个人将直接当选总统。但是如果有超过一个人参选的话呢，就必须进行投票那投票日呢将定在9月1日。那我们可以看到这个提名大厅，选举官从这个提名大厅走出来之后呢，他就会走到这个外头的支持者区，前方有一个舞台，他就会在舞台上呢宣布这个提名结果。他宣布结果之后呢，每一个候选人就会有2分钟的致辞时间呢。那他们之后呢，可以选择回到这个媒体区这里，接受媒体的访问的。好的，我们现在还在等待这个选举官从提名厅走出来啊。那现在带你看看这个媒体区的其他的状况啊。可以看到这个媒体区其实不是很大，然后我们现在都有很多的这个摄影师都已经架起他们的摄影机啊，因为待会儿呢候选人成功获得提名之后呢，他们就会走回这个媒体区这里接受媒体的访问。可以看到这里其实保安是蛮森严的，就是刚才我们从这个媒体入口进来的时候呢，还需要通过安检。我们可以看到这个入口处这里有1-2个安检的这个闸门，那么会检查我们的包包，还有带来的一些器材等等的。那刚刚我提到了，就是准候选人的团队可以到可以在提名表格在这个布告板的这个之处呢去检查其他竞争者的这个资料的。那刚刚我看到了这些出来检查资料的，就包括了陈钦亮的家庭，他的女儿和他的2个孙女，还包括了这个黄国松的未婚妻。那他们在这个3个人的布告板上停留了一阵子但是到目前为止还没有听到有任何人提出任何的反对。那刚刚在这个我提到了媒体区跟这个支持者区其实都是划分开来的所以我们在媒体区的这些记者们其实没有办法就是走出去到这个支持者区，那支持者区的这些记者们也没有办法进入到这个媒体区里头，所以这个保安是非常的森严的。那刚早上这些准候选人抵达提名中心的时候呢，尚达曼的支持者的欢呼声是尤其的大声我们从媒体区这里呢都可以听得到外头支持者传来的欢呼声。 刚刚上线的网民们，大家好，我是记者信怡。我现在呢就在位于人民协会总部的这个提名中心。现在大家都在等待选举官公布这个总统选举的提名结果。那本届选举的选举官呢是建屋发展局的局长，他将会负责监督整个选举的程序确保这个整个过程呢是公正且顺利的。那我们在等待的过程中，先跟大家简单的就是回顾一下这3名准候选人的一些资料啊。那首先我们来回顾这个黄国松的个人资料。他是新加坡政府投资公司的前首席投资长。现在我们看到了这个选举官正从这个提名厅走出来，走向这个支持区准备宣布这个提名结果的。那我们现在就把镜头呢切到这个支持者区的舞台。
Their own causes.
Prof. Tan, we're going to have to stop here. Let's listen in. We have the returning officer now.
Presidential Election 2023. Result of nominations. Mr. Ng Kok Song, Mr. Tharman Shanmugaratnam, and Mr. Tan Kin Lian. Are the candidates who have been nominated for the election to the office of President of the Republic of Singapore. As a returning officer, I hereby direct that the poll be conducted on the 1st of September 2023. May I now invite the contesting candidates to deliver their speeches. Each candidate has 2 minutes. Mr. Ng Kok Song, please.
My fellow Singaporeans, on National Day, we celebrated the three national treasures that define our country, Singapore, as exceptional. I'm standing for President to protect these three treasures. The first treasure is our reserves. I can protect the reserves. I spent my entire career at GIC and MAS helping to build up our reserves. Our second treasure is good public administration. I worked 45 years in public service. I have what it takes to uphold the integrity of public service appointments. Our third treasure is our social stability, where Singaporeans have lived in peace and harmony, regardless of race, religion, or political affiliation. I do not belong to any political party, and so I'm well placed to unite the people of Singapore to face an uncertain future. For these three reasons, I humbly ask you, my fellow Singaporeans, to choose me as your president. 我是黄国松，请你投我一票。Nama saya Engkoksong. Saya berharap Anda undilah saya. Nan Engkoksong. Nambaya Yuden. Yenuku Vatkali Yunggal. Thank you.
Ms. Dalman Shamugratnam, please.
Saudara-saudari sekalian, Vanakkam, Saga Kudimakale, Kawai Tongbao, fellow Singaporeans and friends. First, I'd like to thank my fellow candidates, Mr. Ng Kok Song and Mr. Tan Kin Lian, for joining me in this contest. I look forward to a fair, dignified and honourable contest focused on what each of us bring to Singaporeans and what each of us bring for our future. It is our future that we are concerned about. And friends, it will be a different future. It will be a more difficult and challenging future that we face, which is the reason why I have entered this contest, to offer all my experience and capabilities on the ground for a few decades, nationally and internationally, so that I can serve Singaporeans in the role of president with all my heart in the years to come. It is the future. But I want to also thank all the supporters who are here today, those who are here to support me, as well as those who are here to support my fellow candidates, for coming forward. I know you're standing in the sun for a while. Thank you very much for coming forward. Let's look forward. Let's look forward to a campaign which is fair and honorable, and a campaign which itself seeks to unite Singaporeans and not divide us. Majulah Singapura!
Mr. Tan Kin Lian, please.
My name is Tan Kin Lian. I'm standing for election as President of Singapore. I want to give the people of Singapore a chance to vote for a president who is truly independent of the ruling government. If I am elected, I will carry out my duties as set out in the Constitution, diligently, honestly, and to the best of my ability. These duties are to safeguard the reserves and uphold the integrity of the public service. I ask for your support so that I can do my best for the people. 我是陈钦亮，我出来选举新加坡总统。我想让新加坡人民有机会投票，选出一位真正独立与执政政府的总统。如果我当选，我将按照宪法规定，勤勉诚实，尽最大努力，负行职责。这些职责是保护储备金及保护公共服务的诚信。希望大家给我支持，让我能够为人民尽一份力。Nama saya Tan Kin Lian. Saya bertanding untuk pemilihan sebagai Presiden Singapura. Saya mau memberi peluang kepada rakyat Singapura untuk mengundi Presiden yang benar-benar bebas daripada kerajaan yang merintah. Terima kasih. Majulah Singapura.
The important thing for me was that there is an election. When I came forward, I did so to ensure that the people of Singapore will be able to exercise their right to choose the president. This has already happened today. We are not having a walkover. We are having an election. So, what are my chances? I do not know. It is up to the people of Singapore. As far as I'm concerned, I have come forward to serve you, and I ask you to give me the chance to serve you. I want to be your trusted friend at the Istana. What are my campaign plans ahead? Starting from this afternoon, I'm going all out so that more Singaporeans can know me, can meet me. Because I have a disadvantage that I have never been in the political limelight. So over the last 4 weeks, I have tried my very best to reach out to all Singaporeans, and especially to our younger generation. So I have put a lot of my energy and resources using social media to reach out to the younger Singaporeans. This afternoon, I'm going home. I'm going home to my village, Kangka, in Hougang. That was where my life began. And so it's only right that my first place after the nomination today is to go home to my village in Kangka, Hougang.
Mr. Tan Kim Lian has alluded that you were not a very strong candidate as compared to Mr. Tharman. Do you have any comments on that subject, and what are your views on Mr. Tan?
Mr. Tan said that
I
am not a very strong candidate compared to Mr. Tharman. Let the people of Singapore cast their vote.
Mr. Tan previously said that he stood a better chance than you, but given the criticism that he has had in the past few days, how do you think you fare against him?
Mr. Tan? No, Mr. Tan is brave enough to come forward and he's now been nominated to stand for the presidency. I think the three of us have got to present our credentials. We have to explain to the people of Singapore why we deserve their vote. My main point is that I do not belong and I have not belonged to any political party. I think Mr. Tharman has been a leader of the People's Action Party for 22 years. Mr. Tan Kim Lian was a member of the People's Action Party. And the people who are supporting him today, his assenters, they are members of various political parties in Singapore. I am the only candidate who does not have any affiliation to any political party. Okay. Can you repeat your question? Sorry. Will.
Can you speak some Mandarin?
Yes.
To a Mandarin audience, yes.
Yes.
How do you feel?
我是黄国松，我要你们给我一票，谢谢大家。
Give us a sense of Singaporeans are frustrated right now with the cost of living and all those scandals that are happening. What is your response to that? What are you running for president? What do you have in the message for Singaporeans?
What message do I have for Singaporeans who are feeling the pain of the cost of living, who are feeling anxious because of recent political scandals? Is that your question? The president has got certain powers, and those powers are to safeguard our reserves, to safeguard the integrity of the public service. The cost of living is a painful issue for low-income Singaporeans. But we need to understand that this is not only a Singapore problem. It is a problem which people from all over the world face. But thankfully in Singapore, we are able to keep down the cost of living, inflation, compared to other countries, because we have a strong currency. We have a strong Singapore dollar, which helps to keep down the cost of living. So what the President should do is to make sure that we protect our reserves, because our reserves is what gives confidence to our currency and helps us to keep down the cost.
Okay, he has got more.
Yeah, no worries, Mr. Tan.
Okay, fine. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for coming. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank everyone for supporting him, and then he will do his best. He will do his best, and also like. 他在这边跟他们讲。Yeah. That's all. 回来就是 you know like 感谢来支持他的人。
The best, all the best.
Yes, 东顺。
东顺。张金莲，东顺。东顺。东顺。
万亿的
大曼，大曼。
He's not in my range. Okay.
大曼。
That's not the
Good.
Hi, I'm live. 我们这边没有东西耶。
Be receiving the approval to contest this presidential election. I want to thank all my supporters here. I also want to thank my supporters from all over Singapore. I'm sure they are all listening here, and I will work very hard over the next few days to win over as many votes as possible, and I hope that my supporters will elect me to be an independent president so that I can do my best to use the influence of the president's office to make life better for all the people in Singapore. My goals are to reduce the cost of living, to make housing affordable, and to make jobs secure and well-paying. So thank you all for your support, for your messages of encouragement. I thank all the people that I meet in the food court, in the market, and in the MRT station, and for their very warm reception. And I hope that they will reflect the feeling of everybody in Singapore that I have not met yet. And together, I hope that by 1st September, we can have a president that will look after the interests of all the people of Singapore. Thank you.
先生可以讲华语吗？你有什么感受？什么要跟选民所说的吗
Okay, thank you.
So there are some concerns about your Facebook posts. Are you considering to tone down some of the posts that you make regarding city girls?
I will handle that. Today is Tuesday. Tomorrow.
Mr. Chan, you won less than 5% of the vote last time, and now you are ensnared in scandal. What makes you think Singaporeans will vote for you?
I will not respond to malicious statements that you have made to me, and you can tell your editor to be more honorable in treating me fairly.
Mr. Tan, you made a post this morning that has been edited since. Could you explain why you changed the post?
I will deal with that tomorrow.
Sir, could you explain your campaign symbol?
My campaign symbol is living in harmony, and it is the four figures represent the major ethnic groups in Singapore, and they are all reaching out, hope for a better future.
What are they reaching out for? Is it a flower? Is it a star?
No, it's reaching out for hope for a better future. That flower represents a hope for a better future.
Mr. Tan, you have been low profile, so will you accompany Mr. Tan for the following campaign?
I wish I can.
Now, I will ask for Mrs. Tan to be excused. It's very hectic, and actually, she's helping to look after 5 grandchildren.
Mr. Tan, can we have your comment on the pretty girls post?
She is not involved in that, so she will not comment.
Mr. Tan, in a Facebook post earlier today, you said there were some issues with the names for filling up the nomination papers. Could you maybe describe more about that?
Okay, we already have got the centers ready way ahead, but it was, I think my campaign manager wanted to get all the signatures today, but I was afraid that that'd be too risky. If some of them don't come, then it will be disqualified. So I asked him quickly get all the signatures. So that was a last minute rush. His original plan was get it all today, get everybody to come. But I think it's too risky because the whole campaign, so much effort has gone in, and it could just fail for a technical reason.
Mr. Tan, 3个候选人当中，你说的华文是最好的，可不可以请你说一些华文呢？好吗？你的优势吧，好不好？你要对选民说些什么呢？至少你要跟选民说要支持。
等一下，另外一个，等一下OK.
Mr. Tan, how happy are you able to turn up today for supporters? And what are your campaign plans for the next 9 days?
Sorry?
What are your plans for the next 9 days? Are you holding any rallies?
Now, the next 9 days I will have a walkabout because there are so many places in Singapore. So even the 9 days I've gone and another 9 days, it's not enough. So I will go on the walkabout. And originally I planned to have a rally on Friday. But I found that the venue is too expensive. And the expenses are too expensive. And I don't have support of big tycoons. So therefore, I'm reconsidering whether instead of a rally, is there another way? So this will be planned for the next few days.
And how confident are you in your election?
Based on the interaction of the people I meet at the market, at the mall, and based on the comments I receive on social media, I am confident. Within my social media, there is a group of people I consider malicious. They are out to just attack, criticize me. It's malicious. So I exclude them. And if I look at the people who are genuinely expressing their opinion, I'm very positive, confident.
So you accuse the people of being malicious. Where do you think they're coming from?
They are most likely coming from my competitors. Just now I had a word with Mr. Taman. Actually, he asked to speak to me. And Mr. Taman was quite gracious. He assured me that they are not from his team. And he assured me that he will not allow this malicious attack from his team. But of course, I'm not too sure whether he knows what somebody else are doing on his behalf. So I'm not too sure about that. I don't think it is Mr. Ng Kok Song. I don't think it's Mr. Ng Kok Song. So I wanted to say in my media release, which I held back, those polls were over a period of 10 years. And if you take a look at the number of people who watched the polls over 10 years, I believe it is more than 100,000. And yet, and during that time, I don't have any objection. So on this election, suddenly somebody
Let me take photo while you're ready. Let's apply for the next one. Great. Great. Thank you so much. All the best. Take a photo for us.
左边，这个单个。Sorry.
Diamond! Finally, I want you for me. You will do for me, okay? I vote for you. Yes. Yesterday, someone for me. All the Lego are mine. I continue to my job. I support you. Thank you. Daman. See.
好了，巴世界新闻网网迷大家好，所以现在镜头切到了支持者区这里。那刚刚选举官呢已经宣布了顺利提名的人选哦，他们包括了尚达曼、陈钦亮还有黄国松。那这也意味着呢，投票日呢将会在9月1号。9月1号将会是投票日，那合格的选民呢，到时候都可以到指定的投票站去进行投票。那巴世界新闻网呢，也会在这期间呢，为大家带来最及时的有关总统选举的最及时的消息与报道。大家可以继续锁定我们的巴世界新闻网网站。那今天呢，有关提名日的所有直播就到这里结束，谢谢大家的收看。